Hi everybody, my name is Ryan David Bowler. I'm a third year PhD student in Design Informatics in the University of Edinburgh. And on behalf of myself and my colleagues, Benjamin Bach and Larissa Pschetz, I would like to introduce you to our paper, Exploring Uncertainty in Digital Scheduling and the Wider Implications of Unrepresented Temporalities in HCI. On a high level, we contribute findings that expand the repertoire of understanding people's temporal experiences, generating discussion on the moral and social responsibilities we have as designers and within the HCI community towards people's diverse experiences of time, and how we challenge normatives by representing these diversities. On the lower level, we broaden the scope of our research towards understanding the implications of temporal uncertainty communication. This study helped to reveal people's experiences, concerns and wishes of communicating uncertainty. It revealed the varied ways in which participants relate and often cover up their experiences of uncertainty, their concerns regarding clock time and potential moral judgments associated with living with uncertainty. Eventually we formulate future directions for designing social event planning tools that make uncertainty more visible and normal, particularly to support empathy and inclusion. We began our research by conducting a scoping study. We interviewed 7 people with chronic fatigue syndrome to understand their perceptions, practices and strategies of time. Chronic fatigue syndrome imposes extraordinary challenges to a person's life, including sudden and extreme fatigue. This can leave a person bedridden for long periods of time and make social participation and daily routines hard. In this scoping study, participants stressed the need to communicate uncertainty about scheduling, as all participants felt that their social and work lives were impacted by their conditions. Generally, participants expressed less social interaction, which was often attributed to the awareness that others lacked an understanding of the complexity of their condition and its implications for social interactions. Scheduling became an avoidable task for some, as many events required certainty weeks prior or ran to rigid time schedules that did not offer any precedence or flexibility in time to the uncertainties of one's life living with chronic fatigue syndrome, which motivated this research further. In this paper we explore uncertainty as a starting point and leading principle behind digital scheduling tools. Digital calendars and other technologies for social event planning leave little space to communicate uncertainty regarding time, place, or the ability to attend an event. Narratives of certainty can be detrimental and lead to the marginalisation of those who find it hard to cope with rigid and strict-paced schedules, such as people with health conditions or care and responsibilities, to name a few. From our scoping study's preliminary findings, uncertainty was further expressed about the following aspects, which we list as U1 to U8. We formulate these aspects in ways that allow generalization to other social groups and scenarios beyond people with chronic fatigue syndrome. Informed by the U1 to U8, we designed a probe named Haze, which provided concrete scenarios to explore perceptions and implications of a normalization of uncertainty. The aim was to help people visualize the idea of uncertainty and understand implications for the design of tools that could better support it. We did a lot of design iteration. Eventually, we converged towards the following 3 main features, in which U1 to UH could be represented within one or more of the features, each referenced by their particular name, which I shall now explain. Haze Event was a forum that allowed people to communicate their uncertainty about events with respect to the day, the time, and the location, using a blurred focus. Furthermore, participants could see other attendees' uncertainties about dates, times and locations also. Haze Days allow participants to block out and specify uncertainty around days leading up to a specific date or time, as well as the uncertainties after that date or time. All events in the uncertain days were automatically set to uncertain once they were highlighted, using a drag motion. And Haze widget was shown on a mobile home screen to indicate uncertainty about the ability to attend an up-and-coming event, certain which was on the left and uncertain which was on the right. This acted as a reminder to participants of the up-and-coming uncertainty that they might have about a particular event. We used these 3 Haze probes in the study with 14 participants to understand how it could influence people's attitudes towards temporal uncertainty, as well as their use case in hypothetical scenarios. We prepared Haze as an interactive demo in Adobe XD. We created fictitious events without titles to avoid priming people about specific event types during the interview. We made it clear to participants that we were not interested in feedback about specific interface elements, but in their perception of scenarios in which they would use such a feature to address issues around temporal uncertainty. And we went through a rigorous qualitative analysis of the data using a constructivistic grounding theory approach. Please see sections 5.3 for a more in-depth analysis of this process. Our interviews revealed that, despite being an everyday experience, uncertainty is often not communicated, motivated by a discomfort in revealing personal issues and the fear of being judged by moral conventions or experiencing social stigmatization. We found that a potential normalization of uncertainty could have positive implications for a variety of conditions, partially informed from our second study, where participants expressed physical and mental health conditions. Haze can help mitigate these issues and help people develop empathy towards uncertainty and alternative ways of experiencing and living in time. In our discussion, which we'd like you to look into further in depth, we go through the marginalisation and normative ideas of temporality. We discuss towards a normalising of temporal uncertainty. And we offer perspectives for human-computer interaction dealing with temporal uncertainty. We describe those perspectives for HCI in our paper as to recognise technology's responsibility in creating temporal norms, realise our personal temporal biases as designers, formulate novel yet simple features for scheduling technologies. Uncertainty requires collaboration among one another, and to further understand and mitigate any negative consequences of uncertainty scheduling. We hope our concept of Haze will help broaden the discussion around time and technology and lead to more inclusive applications within HCI as a whole. Thank you for listening for this talk today, and we hope you enjoy the paper. Thank you.